Good morning and welcome to Vlogust Day 7. It's a rainy day here today, as you can see. I'm standing out front. I'm just going to do a workout at home today. Haven't decided yet. I'm going to do either the Jane Fonda or the Leslie Sansone walking DVDs. And I'm going to make dinner tonight out of the Mediterranean table cookbook that I showed you yesterday. So I think it'll be a fun day, so come along. Workout complete, and I'm really proud of myself because I did a double. And now I feel ready for the day. So I'm making two different breakfasts because we're disagreeing on what to have for breakfast today. But in this frying pan is some of the leftovers from the potato, tomato, eggplant bake where we're heating up and we're going to crack an egg into it. And in this frying pan, I just feel like eating 2 eggs over easy with some toast with no meat. And that is what breakfast is going to be for today. It's 1 week in now to my immersion into the Mediterranean diet, and I just wanted to kind of give a 1 week wrap up here. I really feel great. You know, a couple days ago is when I really started to feel great, and I kind of felt euphoric that day, and I was afraid that, you know, sometimes you get a diet high and then you kind of crash. And I kind of did later in the day get really tired, and I had a great night's sleep, but I didn't wake up the next day feeling needy or starving or low energy. I woke up and I felt really happy and just energized and alive. I feel alive, and I don't know how to exactly put it in words, but I feel a part of things. I remember back when I used to work in an office and everyone was talking about MyFitnessPal and how you know, you could eat what you want and you put in your food, and then you see your calories come back when you put in exercise, and I used to think, I don't really get a chance to do a lot of exercise. And then when I finally started doing that kind of lifestyle, I just felt a part of things again. I felt like a part of that group. I felt like I was living, instead of just being I don't know, someone who just worked all the time, you know. And that's how I feel now. I mean, even though I'm doing this, you know, I'm not doing this as part of a group or anything like that, I just feel like a part of things, a part of life. You just get like I don't know, I guess it's the living food, the vegetables and stuff we're eating. It's giving me just like this incredible feeling of life. And it's been really easy because I'm not using diet in the word as diet, like starvation diet, like we normally do things in America. Like a lot of times in America, we event diet. You know, we diet, we starve ourselves for 2 weeks because vacation's coming or a reunion is coming up, or we have a wedding and we want to fit into a dress, you know, so we diet for a week or two. They can work short term, but as soon as you stop doing them, you know, you're just going to go back to your old habits and you gain the weight back. And I'm not doing that. I'm using diet in the term, like diet is a word actually that comes from the Greek. I don't know what exactly the root is. I was just reading about it. But diet in Greek actually means the word lifestyle. It doesn't mean diet the way we think of diet. I'm talking about diet as what I eat, not really like a thing that I'm doing. So I'm just trying to eat better foods, and it's really a nice way to eat. Now I know that not everyone, I work from home, so I do have the luxury of the time to cook. So it could be a little harder, and you might want to prepare things in advance, and that's why I'm trying to incorporate some leftover things, like making something a lot of, and then I show you another dish that I use that thing in again, so it's not always something that you're cooking from scratch, just to try to make it easier for you. And one thing I haven't really been doing is eating in courses, which is what they do in Europe all the time, to where like you have maybe a little bit of fish or a vegetable appetizer, and then you have a small portion of pasta, and then you move on to your protein, which would be fish or chicken or meat or something like that. And then you eat little bits of each of those, but at the end of the meal, all three of those things add up to a full dinner to where you're satisfied. And I was talking to someone I know the other day, and if you are making a lifestyle change, you're going to notice this. There people start to throw a little shade on you, and I was talking to this woman that I know, and she was telling me she was on a diet, and I was like, oh really? I'm trying to eat this Mediterranean diet, and she was on a low carb diet. Now I've been on low carb diets before, and I just like carbs. You need carbs in your body, and a low carb diet is not something that I feel like is sustainable, because like the Atkins diet, a lot of people did the Atkins diet back in the day. I remember doing it myself. I just felt so exhausted. It wasn't really designed to be something that you do for 2 weeks and then you go on. He really designed that. If you read his book, he designed it for people who were morbidly obese or really had health problems where they had to drop weight, like they were bordering on type 2 diabetes, or they were having heart issues, and they needed to lose 200 pounds. So he created it for them, because you turn your body into a fat burning machine. But people latched onto that, and they would do it for like 2 weeks and try to lose weight. But the second that you eat a carb, it's over, and because you're not in that process of ketosis, which he describes as when you're not eating carbs at all. It's a high protein diet, and you're eating kind of fattening foods too, because you can eat meat and red meat and stuff like that, and you can eat a lot of it, but you just can't eat carbs. So the second that you stop doing that, you fall out of ketosis and you gain weight immediately. And if you're only kind of doing it halfway, you think you're cutting back on carbs, but you're eating a little bit of carbs, you're not going to go into ketosis at all. So, I mean, maybe that can help you a little bit, but I wanted to do something that I can do for the rest of my life. I love pasta, and it's a part of my life, and I don't want to eat whole wheat pasta. I don't want to eat brown rice pasta. I want to eat real pasta, semolina pasta. And when I was talking to this person who was doing the low carb diet, I mentioned what I was making for dinner, and it was the other night when I was making the pasta with the avocado and the tomatoes and stuff. It was such a good dinner. And right away she was like, oh, you're making pasta for dinner? I thought you were on a diet. I'm like, well, I'm not on the low carb diet like you are. I'm doing a Mediterranean diet. I'm on a Mediterranean eating plan. And pasta is a part of that. And so if you take a standard box of pasta, which is a pound, and you cook that up and you split it between 2 people, that is way too much pasta, and of course you're going to gain weight. But if you eat a small course of pasta and it's part of a larger meal, you still get your pasta, but you're not eating a ton of it, so you can eat pasta. It's not pasta that is the bad guy. Excuse me. It's the portions of pasta and what we put on it. It's really the portion sizes more than anything, to where this lifestyle that I'm trying to do, I'm not excluding myself from anything. I mean, I did drop wine for a time because I do want to lose weight, not just be healthier. But I haven't really excluded anything else. I don't really eat a lot of sweet things. So, I mean, I do like cake from time to time, and cookies and things like that. But I've been trying to eat fruit and really stay away from this kind of thing. So I am trying to lose weight. So I am excluding some things like that. But if I wanted some, I would just eat a little bit of it, and it's not going to throw me off of my diet. So at the end of week 1, I'm finding it very easy to eat this way. And I hope that you try it, because I really think that it's something that you can sustain for a lifetime and not just do for a couple of weeks and then, you know, you just gain it back. I think that this is something that can just become a part of your life, become second nature, become natural, and you'll want to eat this way all the time, and the food is really good. So week 1 down. Thank you for joining me so far on Vlogust, and we'll see what we come up with to start week 2 with day 8 tomorrow. Bye.